Welcome to His Daughter's Closet Ministries. Welcome back to my YouTube channel with me, your girl Morgan Tracy J. And today I'm finally doing the official office tour of my ministry headquarters. So I'm so excited you are here. If you are new here, boo, I want to tell you I am a YouTuber, I am a speaker, and I am a ministry founder. So if you're old here, boo, go ahead, comment down below your favorite room that you liked in this particular office tour, and also give me some pointers because we're always going to be readjusting some stuff and coming up with new ideas on how to make this office really home for us. So let's get started with our first room. So the very first room I want to talk to you about is my front room, okay? And this particular room actually was not something I needed, and I used to have a really big desk in here, which I'm going to put some clips in this video to show you. But one of you suggested that I actually would put my assistant in the front room, and I listened. So actually this right here is where my assistant sits. This is where she does a lot of the back end work to the ministry. Orders and messages and stuff like that, and emails. She's always doing the back end work. And this desk actually might look familiar to you because it's actually used to be in my home. This was a desk I used inside of my home when I used to work from home. So this is where my assistant sits. And then if you follow me over here, this right here was something that I really wanted. I wanted a big centerpiece when you came into our office. And so I decided to do like big plants, big old little like plant holders. I don't even know what you call those things. But then I also wanted this big old sign I actually seen on Etsy. So I wanted a centerpiece area for when you came into our office. And the reality of it is when you walk through the door, I wanted it to feel like, okay, we're at His Daughter's Closet headquarters. Like, okay, we're here, right? So if you come around over here, something that my mom really suggested for me to do was to make sure that I added pictures all inside of our office, because you guys are online and sometimes it can really feel like, am I really making a difference? And so when I put all these pictures up of all the women that we've served and ministered to and helped along the journey, it really inspires me to come in here every day and to see all their beautiful faces. So this particular area is kind of like our sit down, eat, snack, get your drink, get your fruits. Right now we've been trying to keep healthy fruits in the office, okay, not all the little sugary snacks. And also we have like magazines over here, like our HDC magazine. So next I want to take you into my office, okay? So this is my personal office, and so let's go on in. So welcome to my personal office. And this is where stuff goes down, okay, for the ministry. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is my desk area. Actually, this is one of my favorite areas in my office because I'm always sitting here working. And I actually used an old table that we used to meet on for my desk now. And I also bought a new chair off of Amazon that I thought was just super hot pink with some gold legs that I thought was just such a vibe for me. And if you don't notice, I have these like big dry erase boards. I'm always having ideas and writing stuff down. And so this is kind of my area I come to create, to do a lot of back end to the ministry, a lot of editing, and a lot of hours get spent right here. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is really kind of the sentimental stuff in my office, okay? So actually this right here is something where years ago, before I even launched His Daughter's Closet, I made a flyer for our prom dress drive. And that was the first ever flyer. And then also I have a note from my grandpa's Bible. He wrote this years ago. It says, imagination is more important than knowledge. And so that always inspires me to keep dreaming, keep imagining, and also to never forget where I came from, and, you know, to always have that in my mind, in my heart. So over here I have on the wall some more sentimental things, and I have this thing that says make every outfit count, and I truly believe in that. I try to make every outfit count, even on the days I do not feel like making the outfit count, okay? And then also I am Native American, which is the tribe Choctaw, and so I wanted this cute dream catcher to kind of go with the vibe of my office. That's why I got it in black. And then we have a lot of like vision board stuff that I'm doing and projects I'm working on, and then just a lot of utensils and things, tools we need for the office. And then over here in this big handy dandy shit cabinet is a lot of paperwork and boring stuff that you don't want to know nothing about. But also that is the very first picture I ever took when I launched my ministry at Langston University in 2017. And so those girls always have a warm place in my heart because they were the first women a part of His Daughter's Closet. And then there's the degree that I do not use, okay? So, you know, shout out to that. Okay, so this next area actually was the area I wanted to kind of create a little studio look. So if you notice here in the office, every little area I try to make it to where I could use it as a setup for a video. So if it's my desk or even this couch for like with the backdrop of the wall, my name, I try to make it an area where I could actually record. So this actual couch I got from my aunt, I think it's from Pottery Barn. And then I just bought some pillows to go on the couch and stuff like that. And also, I found this on Facebook Marketplace for $20, okay? So a lot of this stuff here was actually given to me, or I found a really great deal on it, even for the tables and the desks. So God has really just showed up and showed out when we came to needing supplies and things like that. So this right here is an area that is one of my favorite areas in my office because it just shows me like, hey girl, go sit on the couch, record a message, and inspire God's daughters. So the last part of my office are these two pictures right here on the wall. I liked it because they were women. I obviously love to empower women, and so I kind of thought that having some women on the wall would just give me a little more boost to be inspired. And so let's head on into our studio room. So before we head into the studio room, I want to show you our storage room. So honestly, there's nothing fancy about this room, but it's actually something I was so happy to have with additional storage where we can store a lot of our prom dresses, our lights, our cameras, a lot of our equipment, a lot of cords and cleaning supplies and things that just kind of come along the journey. So this right here is where most of our technology stuff, tripods and things like that are in. So I'm really grateful to have an extra storage room to put a lot of this stuff in. So next, I want to take you into my studio room. And real quick, before I go into the studio room, we got to give a shout out to my mama. Thank you, mama, for everything. And now, let's go into the studio. Okay, now the final official room I want to show you is the room that I was so sold on when I seen this place, and it is the studio room. And honestly, the reason I chose this room was because the floor to ceiling windows, okay? Like, I loved this. I thought this was going to be great natural light for when I decided to come in here and to record. And so the very first thing I want to show you is we created another accent wall. Shout out to my cousin Cortland for putting in that work. We created another accent wall because I love the idea of setting up a studio, right? Like, I could always bring a table right here, set up some microphones, and we could have a whole little podcast if we choose to, right? So that's kind of what my idea was with having these different accent walls. And then also I paired it with a mirror, and the reason I did the mirror is because if you follow me on the gram, this is where I shoot a lot of my OOTDs of the day, and so I always love to have a good mirror, bam, shoot a cute outfit of the day, and inspire you guys with your fashion. And then I also had a rack in here, and sometimes it's actually my personal clothes on these racks, but just right now we went ahead and threw a lot of the dresses for our prom dress drive, and that just kind of inspires us, and it's like, we know what we're doing this for. That's one of our biggest programs we have every year, and so that's why I like to have that. So the next area I want to show you is actually our little meeting area, and actually we spend hours right here. And the reality is I used to have the meeting area in the front room, but I realized like this view and this vibe is actually somewhere you would not mind sitting at for hours on hours, planning things and thinking about things and coming up with stuff. So this is where I do a lot of my personal study too, sometimes when I'm here by myself, as well as prayer, and as well as a lot of our meetings for the ministry to move the mug forward, okay? So that's one of my favorite areas here, and I just love the view, and I love seeing squirrels and rabbits run all through here and just have them a good time, and it just makes me so happy. So this particular area is actually our shipping station. And also this is kind of some boards I have up on the walls, just kind of to inspire me on things and projects that we're currently working on. But the reason I got a little shipping station a little differently, I used to just lay out every book on the table, but the reality is I seen this and I thought this would be way more functionable and just way more organized. And you can always stack these as high as you want them to go and have many different columns. Right now my books are officially out, so shout out to everybody who got my new book on pre-order. I appreciate you guys. And so we have a lot of books in stock right now that we're getting ready to sign and get shipped out for you guys. So that's why I have all these laid out right here, but this is our shipping station where we do a lot of our products and we get a lot of products sent to you to bless you. So last but definitely not least, I want to show you guys the studio areas where I record at. And to be honest with you, like I said, this was the room that sold me on the place. And this is actually one of my favorite rooms because if I get a word from the Lord and it's like, I got to deliver this word today, and it's a random Saturday, I run in here, I plug in my lights, I grab my Bible, I sit down, and I record a message for you guys here on my YouTube channel. And so having this personal space with no distractions has blessed me me so much to be able to create content for you guys. When the Lord gives me the word and when I've developed the word and I've studied it, I'm so ready to run and give it to you guys. And so having this studio place right here for me has been such a big blessing. So this right here is my favorite area in the entire office. It's got to be the studio area where I can create freely and without any distractions, and I can truly just produce the messages that God puts on my heart. So that is pretty much the studio room. Well, ladies, that is our official office tour for His Daughter's Closet Ministries. And I want to give a big shout out to you guys. So many of you have supported me. You tell your cousins, your friends all about the ministry. I want to thank you so much for that, as well as my family. Y'all have blessed me so much and poured into me and made this possible. And last but not least, y'all, I got to give a shout out to God, because guess what? We are just getting started. Hope you enjoyed. See you in my next one.